This is Qaa'ed, right, by Lattafa, the green guy. I really don't know if you can see from there, but this is Qaa'ed, the green copy. I own the, is it the golden one? I think that's the intense. This is what I'm wearing. That's actually what I'm wearing. Wow. I thought I could, leave some insight on this, just in case there is somebody who is running on the 25k budget to get something leathery. This is a very leathery scent. It's a very leathery scent, as opposed to the intense. And guess what? If you can see, I really don't know if you can see my camera from there, but if you can see the bottling, you can see that the color of the bottling there is pretty much coffee color, and which is what it is about fragrances. Fragrances with coffee colors tend to do very well in longevity, sometimes even projection. But I mean, it's always a safe space, a safe gamble. It's usually a safe gamble when it comes to fragrances with dark color juices. It's always something to risk. It's always something to gamble with. And so it smells very leathery. This smells like, very expensive leather chair. Those high-end leather chairs you have in very expensive cars. This is going to give you that vibe. The smell is, the scent is pretty much very well molded. It's well textured. It's something you want to have in your corner. Presentation here. The presentation is not. There's not much going on with the presentation, but of course, the one thing you need to know here is that this is a very brilliant bottle. There's some heft to this bottle. There's some weight to this. There's some weight to this bottle. It feels very premium. There's some weight to this bottle. It feels high end. It's the kind of bottle that, I mean, if somebody sees this on your desk, in your house, or anywhere in your office, it's easy to assume it's an expensive fragrance. This will give you, if you've used a Dunhill, this is that kind of Dunhill branding, but more heavy. This is more heavy than Dunhill. This is quite heavy. The glass on this fragrance is very heavy, very heavy. You can see they use very rich, thick glass, to brand it. The projection here is 3 to 4 hours. I've used this before, and I can tell between 3 to 4 hours it begins to dial down. And not usually into an intimate scent, but or a skin scent, if you will, but it just dials down into something more subtle. Right. The longevity here is fair. The longevity on this perfume is very fair. You will have up to 7 hours, use, which for me I find that to be average, or maybe slightly above average, because 7 hours should be able to take you to work and get you back home safely. So this is definitely going to carry you through your work day, or your, through the day, at least for 7 hours. Longevity here is something. I already mentioned that this is leathery, so that's goes for the scent profile. It's leathery, and I don't find this to sit well with very young people. If you are a young person, if you're a teenager, or in your mid-20s, I'm not sure you want to take this route. But I mean, if you're in your late 20s, well, maybe you can risk it. If you are really that bold, you can risk it. It's not a fresh scent. It's a leathery. It's leathery. All right, it's pretty much leathery. You're going to get value for this, if you are in the right age bracket for it. Smells good. It's actually not a perfume I use frequently. Well, I mean, when I have need for it, I just have need for it. Is it a perfume you can wear casually? Yeah, maybe just it's in between. If you dress casually and you're actually in your 40s or 50s, I think you can be excused. But if you're dressing casually and you are under 30 with this, this is not going to look good on you. Maybe smell good on you. And then if you this works best for a properly dressed man. You know, it's a perfume you need to have some courage for. You know, it's not the kind of perfume you run into and just spray. If you're not into the whole leather, you know, space, I think you may need some time to grow into this fragrance. It might need some time on you. Actually, this perfume didn't perform half of what is even performing now when I initially got it, when I bought it newly. I had to let the whole maceration or oxidation thing just, find expression. So I can see that, it's developing into something more solid and interesting. The scent is now more well molded and more rounded. When I got it first, it just had this harsh kind of unfinished smell I didn't like. Well, as time went on, I figured that it was really something, and I had to go for it a little bit more frequently than I used to. So it's something you have to consider. You may need some time to let this perfume, come around. It's that kind of fragrance. I think my next video I might have to compare this with the Qaa'ed Intense, the golden guy. That is I prefer that to this actually. But like I always say, perfumes have their moments. There are just times when this will just, you will have to take this over that. And there are moments when that will have to, be preferred. But in general, I find to lean more towards the Intense than this one, even though this one is a little bit more friendly. Yeah, so I had an invitation for, is it breakfast or lunch now? And I had to stop in by to, apparently lunch now. So I'm looking to stop by and get filled. And then it's a good call.